Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. The Minnesota Timberwolves, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against the Thunder. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
It's the Western Conference Finals. The battle now goes to Game 2. Thank you for joining us for this playoff edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Naz Reid. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. You take a look at the Thunder. Well, they took game 1. If they can make it 2-0, Greg, the odds certainly favor them to advance.
Well, the cliche is that the series doesn't start until someone wins on the road. But the reality is if they take care of business on their home court tonight, they'll be on their way to ending it.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
And the Thunder with the possession here. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. Their team's main focus tonight, well, it starts with all-star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. An ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Here's Reid after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
Pass to McDaniels. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Randle. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Back to Williams. Outside, Dort. Hartenstein finds Williams. Dort with a screen for Williams. Pocket 2. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Pass to Randle. Over Holmgren. Good D by Holmgren.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I'll tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Conley gets the bucket.
And he's been a terrific point guard in this league for a long time. Mike Conley just knows how to play.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Outside Williams. Dort a screen on Randle. Williams for 3. Rebound Minnesota.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Reid with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Reid throws it down.
Oh, nice finish from Naz Reid. That's the kind of play that can give your team a spark.
Pass to Dort. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. McDaniels against Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dort. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, back to Randall. Pass to Gobert. To the inside. Here's DiVincenzo. Lays it up off the glass.
Love the pass there from Gobert. Always nice when your big man feeds his teammates.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Williams dishes to Williams. Over Clark, and there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Williams looking over the floor. Pass to Williams. Williams against Clark. It's Joe on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Williams for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Wiggins against Randall. With the floater. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Randall. Tied up with that one.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
It's a tie game in Oklahoma City, and we'll return shortly. We're back at the Western Conference Finals. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Minnesota with the ball. They're coming to this game after losing on Saturday.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this. It looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
They've got Isaiah Joe. Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. So it's the Timberwolves now. After the miss from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And finished off by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Williams passes to Caruso. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
For the Thunder, Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Conley now comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Now here's Caruso. Still scoreless. Screen by Hartenstein. Can they get it? And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Man, there's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Hartenstein. Outside, Dort. Wiggins surveying the floor. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. That shot missing. Timberwolves leading by 7. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. Nice defense from Dort. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Thunder. Here's Wiggins. Back to Caruso. Three-pointer. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Edwards against Dort. To the middle, and stolen by Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He scores the basket. That's field goal number 3 for him.
Wow, what a quick release from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a pretty pull-up.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Minnesota, Julius Randle's checked in for Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Edwards.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Reed. Here's Conley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. From deep three-point land.
That length of Holmgren is such a tool on defense.
Dort against DiVincenzo. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Over in the corner, Conley. Randle outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Holmgren.
Well, Randle works so hard down low, earns him these fouls in the process.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, Julius Randle has made it clear he has big aspirations as a player. And what you love is he's going to invest the time to make his game all that much more dangerous.
Now here's Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Shot clock at 5. Hartenstein finds Caruso. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Timberwolves leading by 3. That's a 2 from Randle. Ball's knocked loose.
This shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Conley against Caruso. Here's Holmgren. Goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
And as we welcome you to halftime, without question, Game 2 has been a battle for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. And looking at where the Thunder stand in the series. They were able to hold serve in Game 1, but they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. And it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Minnesota in the lead. And so in the game for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He is joined by McDaniel. Reed is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Conley in the point. The Thunder shooting well. They're at 45%. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. What a terrific move that was. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points.
Oh, boy, how slippery is SGA on the triple drive. Just so difficult to stay in front of him.
Randle, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. First team foul. Reed finds McDaniel. Reed with a screen on Williams. And there's the drive. Reed gets the bucket. Reed's got his second basket.
Well, this is the value of Naz Reid, a center who can shoot it with great consistency from range.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Hartenstein. Rocket 6. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Randle onside. Fires from 18. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Holmgren in the corner. To the paint. Reed against Hartenstein. Williams up on top. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Caruso is checked in for the Thunder. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Randall finds Alexander Walker. Edwards passes to Conley. Drills the three-pointer. Conley's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Outside, Dort. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
After Reed. Outside, Edwards. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Dort against Edwards. Down low. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Back to Conley. Randall outside. Randall is doubled. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Count that one for Dort.
Boy, tremendous job having hands ready, feet prepared. Catch and shoot opportunity for Lou Dort is good.
Here's Alexander Walker. He has yet to score. Williams with the steal. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Conley is like a second coach on the floor. His guys are open. I promise you he'll get them the ball.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Now here's Conley. He's got 5. Offline with his 3. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Over in the corner, Caruso. brings home the trifecta. Caruso's got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder.
Boy, wide open teammate, really pretty pass by Lou Dort. No hesitation there.
From 20 feet out, and the basket by Edwards. Edwards got his second bucket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Step back shot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The Thunder leading by 7. You've got Alex Caruso. Isaiah Joe is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams at the 5, roaming the pitch. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Miller outside from deep three-point territory. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Williams finds Joe. A 3-ball. Miller grabs the miss. Timberwolves trail by 9. Inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Good on the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points now in the second half.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Knocked away. Clark. Caruso grabs the miss. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts it up from 12, and there's another one for the Thunder.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Timberwolves trail by 11. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chad Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Julius Randle comes in for Miller. Daniels, he's checked in for Clark. And Mike Conley subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Randle finds McDaniel. Outside Edwards. Reed with a screen for Edwards. Good on the 13-footer.
If you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
To the inside. Outside, Dort. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Anthony Edwards is a load to handle as a defender. This guy's got the frame and the skill to make it very difficult.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
He's perfect from the line this time.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points in the quarter.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Edwards against Dort. And change shot, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. At the line for one.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Williams against McDaniel. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
At the line for one, Williams.
That's good from Williams.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Now here's Edwards. Randle outside. Holmgren with the steal. Conley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Out left to the wing. 1:25 left here in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Hartenstein, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Oh!
How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Mark Daigneault talking to his team during the break. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
Thanks, David. Stolen by Michael Conley. Here's McDaniels. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Williams.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality. Does a nice job drawing contact.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And McDaniels drops them both. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Reed with the block.
Boy, give Naz Reid credit. He perfectly timed that block. Wow.
The offensive rebound. Dort against Edwards. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.